It started like any other day until it didn't. A black woman walked into a courthouse calm, composed, and entirely unaware she was about to be assaulted by the very people sworn to uphold the law. They thought she was nobody. They humiliated her, violated her, and laughed while doing it. What they didn't realize was that they had just laid hands on the wrong person. Her name was Judge Dana Ellison. At 8:04 a.m. Dana stepped out of her silver Buick and ascended the stone steps of the Crescent City Federal Courthouse. The sun rose behind the Spanish moss-draped oaks, casting long shadows as her heels clicked up the concrete. She wore a tailored navy blazer, carried a slim leather folio, and moved with quiet confidence. Dana never wore her robe outside of court. She preferred to walk in like any other citizen, silent, observant. But that morning she wasn't recognized as a judge. Not by Deputy Martin Hanks, a veteran bailiff with a bulldog stance and outdated views. He narrowed his eyes, lifted a hand, and barked, "Ma'am, step out of line." Dana paused. "Is there a problem, officer?" Hanks didn't answer at first. His eyes swept from her silver-twisted hair to her crisp slacks and calm eyes. Something about her confidence rubbed him wrong. Without even glancing at the badge she presented, he plucked it from her hand, barely looked at it, and slipped it into his pocket. "I'd like that returned," Dana said. He leaned in. "In a rush to get somewhere, sweetheart?" A younger female guard shifted uncomfortably by the scanner but said nothing. Dana spoke firmly. "I need to be in a courtroom." "Then you follow my procedure," Hank snapped. Without warning, he gripped her arm and steered her into a side hallway, away from the main entrance. He pushed her into a windowless screening room. Inside, a chair, a cart of equipment, and a pair of clippers. "I do not consent to this," Dana said. "You have no cause to detain me." "You're acting suspicious," he replied. "Sit down." She didn't move. Two other officers entered. One grabbed her left wrist. The other steadied the chair. Dana's voice rose. "This is a violation. I want your names." No one answered. Hanks picked up the clippers. "Could be hiding something in that mop," he said, referring to her hair. She tried to rise. A hand pushed her down. Then the buzzing started. Silver coils fell to the floor. She didn't scream, didn't blink, didn't flinch. She sat still as dignity was stripped from her, strand by strand. "She looks better already," one guard chuckled. "Now you look presentable," Hank said. Dana's fists clenched. "You'll regret this," he sneered. "People like you always say that." He returned her badge. "Courtrooms that way," he mocked. Dana walked away, her gait steady, her eyes unreadable. But inside something burned hotter than rage, because she wasn't there to observe. She was the judge. She entered the courtroom not through chambers but through the front doors, her newly shorn head drawing confused stares from plaintiffs, lawyers, and press. She walked past them all, stepped behind the bench, and donned her robe herself. "Is the docket ready?" she asked. "Yes, Your Honor," her clerk answered. Dana lowered herself into the chair. The bailiff Hank stood frozen. She looked past him. "We will begin preliminary testimony on Case 2371F, United States v. Crescent City Police Department," she said. The trial was for police brutality during a protest. The first witness testified about a veteran shoved to the ground. Dana listened. Hanks tried to slink out the back. After the second witness, Dana called a recess. When the room emptied, she finally spoke. "Deputy Hanks, step forward." He stammered, "Yes, Your Honor." "State your full name for the record." "Martin Hanks." "How long have you served?" 14 years. "How many women have you assaulted in that screening room?" Silence. 12 formal complaints, she continued. "All buried. All dismissed. You thought I was no one. Just another black woman you could bully. You didn't even ask my name." She stood. "Because of you, this courthouse is stained. You assaulted a federal judge. Effective immediately, you were under criminal investigation." She turned to two officers. "Escort him into custody." He protested, but he was cuffed and led away. News spread quickly. Dana's courtroom filled. The crowd outside grew. Protesters, reporters, citizens. A federal civil rights agent showed up. The DOJ opened a Title 18 investigation. One intern, Megan, approached Dana privately. "I saw what happened. I was afraid to speak. But if you need me to testify, I will." Dana nodded. Thank you. That matters. Next came a witness named Howard Briggs, whose 17-year-old son was injured by police. His voice cracked. Dana leaned in. You've been heard, she said. A former marshal testified. I saw Hanks abuse power. I reported it. The report disappeared. In her chambers, Dana received sealed files, internal complaints, signed off by retired Judge Mahoney, her mentor. One memo read, Riker keeps order, especially with certain groups. Best to leave well enough alone. She summoned every attorney back. Entered the documents into evidence. This court is done protecting predators, she declared. A man from the gallery stood. I was assaulted by Riker in 2011. I filed a complaint. They said I tripped. One by one, hands rose. More victims. More stories. The next morning, Dana stood in court. I'm done being quiet. She found Riker guilty. Announced a policy change. The Ellison mandate mandatory bias training, psychological screening, and zero tolerance. This is about accountability. And for those who covered it Upuri on notice. Riker was sentenced to 12 years. No cheers. Just silence. Later, in her chambers, Dana sat. Her sister, Nadine, entered with clippers. You ready? Dana nodded. Let's finish it. This time, the cut was chosen. Not stolen. In the mirror, Dana saw strength. Outside the courthouse, a girl revealed her shaved head. Dana nodded. A movement had begun. She didn't ask for a spotlight. But she stood in it. And when she did, others stood too. Months later, a national bill was named for her. She visited classrooms. Spoke at schools. When asked if she believed in the system, Dana answered, not in what it was, but in what it can be. She received the Presidential Medal of Justice. I didn't do this for recognition, she said. I did it because someone had to. Across the state, Riker watched the ceremony on prison television. He said nothing. Dana had become the line in the sand. Not a symbol of revenge but of truth. And truth, at last, had spoken loud enough to be heard.